Hey guys, welcome to another recap of the X Factor. Homer's here because he loves the show so much. So anyway, it was canceled last night because of baseball, but it was back tonight, and it was the first episode where they went to the judges' homes. So, first judge up was Simon, and he had the girls, and his house just happens to be in France. So the 8 girls got to go to France. Mariah Carey was supposed to be there, but hello, Hurricane Irene prevented her flight from taking off, so he just had to use some flunkies that he had laying around the mansion to consult with. Alright, so up first for Simon was Simone Battle. I did not like her in the early auditions. I thought she was really full of herself, and she continues to be full of herself. She even forgot her dress. Well, not really, but basically her outfit was a leotard with like a tulle skirt, and by tulle I mean it was like a net. It was like a see-through net. She did a I can't even, I wanted to combine horrendous and ridiculous, horriculous version of Help. She ruined the Beatles song, and it was horrible. I hate the horrible arrangements. Everybody tries to do something different, and you know what? Sometimes you just shouldn't try and improve. And this was one of those times. Then Tora Wallachin was up next with Satisfaction. She said that she had trouble remembering the words. There's not that many words in that song. She totally rocked it out though. I don't know why she was so nervous, but Simon's like, is there something missing? Yeah, maybe. Some emotion. She was kind of, eh. Alright. Caitlin Koch, the rugby player, was up next. She sang Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? I thought this was fantastic. She has a beautiful, tender, pure voice, and it was just so much fun to listen to. It was just really good. And then Drew Reinowitz went after her, and she sang It Must Have Been Love. I just love her voice because it's got this certain tone to it. It reminds me of Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries. It's just, I love it. So it's haunting. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Alright, so let's talk about Paula's house. That's in Santa Barbara, and she's got groups. It's a lot of work. So up first, first of all, her helper was Pharrell. And everybody was like, oh my god, it's Pharrell. So The Answer was up first, and that was the hipster group with the guy with the red glasses, but he conveniently did not wear his red glasses. Now is the wrong time to get contacts. When you've got your signature piece of identifying property there, you should be wearing it. Alright, Effing Perfect was the song. I guess it's by Pink. I don't really know that song. I'm not that familiar with it, but they were kind of, I want to say safe. It was almost like watching the Wiggles try and do a rock song. So, yeah. Up next, the made-up group of 4 girls, because the groups totally sucked this season, the premiere season. And they named themselves Lakota Rain. And they had a little trouble getting melded because one of the girls didn't want to do it. But then she decided that she did want to do it. And they all met at one of the girls' houses, and they did a lot of rehearsing and everything. And I have to say, when they sang Born This Way with a country pop flair, well, when they said they were going to do it with a country pop flair, I was like, this can't be good. But it really was good. I really enjoyed it. The corny dance moves, though, wasn't feeling it. Even Homer just said, didn't like it. Then the Brewer Boys were up next. I don't like anything about them, especially their hair. They're just so annoying. I hate when guys flip their Justin Bieber hair all the time. It's really annoying. They sang Only Girl in the World, and the only word that I wrote down for them was boring. They're like a dime a dozen, I'm sorry. Then For Sure was the last group that went, because obviously only 4 from each group are going, because on Sunday, if there's no baseball, everybody else will be going. All right, so For Sure sang If You Love Me. And I don't know, they're okay. Everybody's raving about them. They don't really do much for me. They're kind of boring. I don't know, they're just very safe is the word. All right, so let's talk about Nicole Scherzinger and her beautiful Malibu mansion. She's got the over 30s, and her little boy toy was Enrique. I mean, her guest judge. All right, so Dexter Haygood was up first. I feel like I have Homer hair all over me. He sang Crazy in Love, except he thought the words were crazy for love. And then he had a breakdown. He's a train wreck. I feel so bad for him, though, because he really wants this, but I think he's channeling Mick Jagger way too much, and it's not working anymore because it's not the 90s anymore. All right, Stacey Francis. Oh my God, what a surprise this one is. She is a gem. She sang Prince's Purple Rain, and she is rock solid in her vocals. She's absolutely amazing. I really like her. I like her personality. She needs to get a little backbone in there, and some of her own clothes too. She said she borrowed that dress. She needs to give it back because it was not flattering at all, especially from the side. All right, just saying, get some clothes, Stacey. You really deserve it. Elaine Gibbs went after her. Stop crying your heart out. She's a wedding singer, but she was really good. She's got the confidence too. I see a little battle going on between her and Stacey. They're both divas. Well, one's a confident diva and one's not such a confident diva. So I hope Stacey can get some more confidence. All right, James Kenny rounded out the over 30s. And he sang Russian Roulette. And it was like over right after it started. It seemed like it was only 2 seconds long. But it was good. All right, so then the final set of performances was at L.A. Reid's house, and that was The Boys, and he totally, well, it was in the Hamptons, and he totally had Riri at his house. Can you believe it? She is looking fine with that lighter colored hair. I really like it. I'm glad she got rid of the red hair. All right, Brian Bradley up first, and his nickname is Astro. I don't know why, astronomical boy, but they call him Astro, or kind of reminds me of the Jetsons, and not in a good way, because that was the dog's name. All right, so he sang The Message, and I don't know, I'm not a fan. He's just a kid, but I mean, he's not really a singer, he's a rapper, and I don't know. I don't think a rapper who can sing can win a competition like this for $5 million. All right, Skylar Anderson up next. Nobody Knows It But Me. He's got a lot of potential. I mean, I think he did really good, but he's not there yet. But I really hope they keep him because I really like him. I like his personality a lot. Philip Lomax up next. Please Don't Stop the Music. Now, that took a lot of balls because that's Rihanna's song. And the arrangement was interesting. I didn't like the beginning, but he really started getting into it, and I really like the end a lot. So, half good, half bad. Nick Voss was the last one to go for L.A. Reid, and he sang Everybody Wants to Rule the World. First of all, let me say, the hair is dumb. You looked way better before with all of your eyebrow and the rest of whatever you shaved off over there. Just don't do that anymore. Don't go with gimmicks. Just, look good. And the version of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fears is one of my favorite bands of all time. And he was horrible. I'm sorry. He was just all over the place. He was like a crazy person. I have my feelings that he's not going to be staying. Anyway, next Sunday, which means this Sunday, it's going to be on at 8 o'clock Eastern Time if there's no baseball. So here's hoping. When it's going to be on the next time, I have no idea if there's baseball, or I guess it's going to come back on Wednesday. But until then, much love.